Hi guys, I'm Hui. I'm a digital sculptor. In this video, I want to show you how I usually organize my subtools when I'm working on big projects. It's nothing fancy, but trust me, if your scene is clean, your mind is stay clean too. I've seen a lot of artists who have like 100 subtools with name like PM3D_25 or extract 11, 12, and then they spend half the time scrolling around trying to find the stuff. So let's fix that. So first thing, just name your subtools. Doesn't need to be complicated, just call it what it is. Head, armor, build, tease, whatever. For example, for this one, I'm going to copy Minotaur and then change it to body. And these are armor. So let's go higher. And I can call them Minotaur L armor 1 and copy, paste it here, 02, 03, and 04. It's best to organize things early on because once your project grows, it becomes a nightmare to go back and rename hundreds of subtools one by one. So please keep that in mind. Another thing that you should use a lot is folder. To keep things organized, just make a new folder and drag the subtools you want inside. Easy and clean. I'm going to call this one, for example, body parts. And hold down Shift and click on Move Up button and bring it here. And if we have these, I think we don't have, not sure. Yeah, we have this one. Let's bring it here. And this is the body. And that's it. That's good enough. And we have armor. We're going to make a new folder. Call it armor. If you want to put all the armors in one folder, it's cool. But for this one, I'm going to go with armor left. Put it here. And even I can put this one in this folder as well. And obviously you should change the name as well. For example, this one is wrist, armor or leather, whatever it's cleaner for you. And these bands, it's up to you what you name it. And if I want to show you the final result, for this character, we have the body, horns and hair in one group, torso armor, and I can easily just hide that part. Belt, kilt, fabrics, sword. It's depending on you how you want to separate them. And there's a lot of option when you have groups. You can set your transpose. I'm going to set this. Let's bring it here. And I can easily just move these parts or transpose set to the body and just move these parts. And the other thing is you can duplicate them, merge them, or make a boolean and delete all of them at once. It's up to you. So yeah, it's a really useful habit, saves you a ton of time later on. The other thing that you can do is sometimes I group things based on materials, like all metal parts together or all the leather parts together. And that helps when you're exporting to Substance Painter or rendering later. The other thing that you can do is, for example, these buttons right here are separated. So sometimes it's okay to merge subtools, especially small pieces that belong together. And let me find this too. Yeah, this one and this one, right? Yeah. We can merge these two together and have one mesh. These are separated. We can do this for these as well. Merge down. Bring it up here. Okay, merge down. And this one, merge down. One subtool. It's much better and cleaner now. Should do that for this tree as well. Merge down. There we go. You get the idea. These are small pieces that I think it should be one subtool. Doesn't need to be separated. So that's cool. And this is the final result, when you've done everything, all the folders and groups and naming, like this. And it's really much better when you export them out to import it in Substance Painter or Maya to work with. You have the names in the folders, so it's really easier for you to find what you need. So another thing I like to do before exporting is make sure each subtool's pivot is reset and everything is renamed properly. It helps a ton when you go into Maya or Substance Painter. For example, these pivot points are great, and it's really not this one. Let me select it again and hold down Alt and bring it up. This one as well. The good thing about this process is when you send the file to someone else, especially when you work at the studio, this one, it's much better than this headache, because I work in the studio and there was a lot of time, I received files like this and it was a nightmare for me to clean this up, or work with it. So please remember that and do it properly. And if you start organizing from the beginning, it barely takes any time and it's a great habit to have. It helps you stay on top of things and it makes life easier for anyone else working on the project too. So yeah, that's how I keep my subtools organized. It's simple, but it makes a huge difference when you're working on a big project. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our full courses on Udemy and Skillshare for more sculpting and production tips. And I see you next one.